What's up, everybody? This is Dark Macek with Brutally Delicious, coming at you with a review of Temtris' brand new album, Khaos Divine. Chaos with a K. So, brand new band to me. Know nothing going in. I do search some of the metal archives. They're listed as just straight up heavy metal. That means it's going to be fun trying to characterize them. When you get like symphonic power metal or black and death metal, you know immediately what to expect. Heavy metal can mean a whole lot. Could mean Black Sabbath, could mean Judas Priest, could mean modern Avenged Sevenfold. So, here we go. The band definitely has a good classic vibe, but does not sound derivative. It is female-fronted, which definitely gives it a more modern edge. There weren't a ton of early metal bands with female vocalists. Musically, though, the first two bands that came to mind were Pagan's Mind and Gravedigger. They're not as progressive as Pagan's Mind, and they're not as speed metal as Gravedigger, but some weird, Venn diagram center of the two of them. So to get into some songs, the title track, really good vocals here. Comparing them to Gravedigger again, except I need to say this singer is awesome. I've often viewed Gravedigger's vocals as kind of intentionally campy. This person can actually wail. I think it was this track in particular where I heard it and thought, they sound maybe a bit like a toned down Unleash the Archers. Unleash the Archers is a full-fledged power metal band. This one is more middle of the road. But the vocals kind of reminded me of Britney Slay's. There's a really good drum sound on this album. I think that's the main reason why I was comparing them to Pagan's Mind. Moving on to some other good tracks. The Path. I thought this was a really good song. I need to re-listen to it with the lyrics in front of me. I think this song would benefit a lot from a lyric video. The vocal delivery is very strong, very emotive. I can tell it's a good heartfelt piece about life or growth or maybe relationships, but it's hard to grok which one of those it is on a first listen. Moving on to the song Revenge. There's a good section here. I don't know what to call it. It happens around 1 minute, 15 seconds in. I don't know that this is the chorus or the pre-chorus. Good vocals as always, and a very good guitar solo on this song. It hits me around this point that this is a back-heavy album. The title track, which was track 2, I believe, was very good, but then all the other standouts are towards the end of the album. That would be my main criticism of this album. Back-heavy albums are sometimes ones that grow on you, but on a first listen, they're harder to get into because you sort of tune out for a bit in the middle. Side note, there are some really good song titles on this album. The title, The Lies Become the Truth, that's something that could have been a classic Metallica song. It was almost surprising listening to this band because a lot of these song titles sound more like thrash songs than the band actually sounds like. But I digress. One last standout track, The Evolution of Hate. Here's a really, really good chorus, very singable. I hope this is the single, but I don't think it is. It took me a while to recognize what this song reminded me of. I think on the last refrain, it hit me that I was thinking of 10,000 Strong by Iced Earth. That song holds a special place in my heart. It was one of the first power metal sing-alongs I ever got into, like before Halloween even. Looking at the Metal Archives entry for this band, it does look like they've been around since the early aughts, as we call them now. First full-length album was 2003. In that context, I would have to say that for a band 20 years in, this is surprisingly fresh and original. I don't know whether these are rehashed from previous albums, but I did not get that vibe. Again, classic but not derivative. I got a fun day of Spotify ahead of me. Rock on, dudes.